Hello and good evening, everyone. I, Abhinav, welcome you all to today's webinar on impact of IBC on corporates. I also welcome speakers accompanying with me in today's session. Ms. Komal Agarwal, Chartered Accountant, having experience of more than 10 years in the profession. Mr. Gautam Singhal, Advocate and Insolvency Professional, having experience of more than 18 years in legal field. Welcome, Komal and Gautam. In today's scenario, our government is focused on corporate governance. IBC is a big step towards it. We all experience delays in legal and judicial processes for recovery and winding up of the corporates. There are many laws in the country further increasing the complications and delays in the judicial system. IBC curbs all such complications by consolidating and amending existing laws and focuses on completion of legal processes in a time-bound manner. The most significant difference with IBC for corporates is that earlier, the corporates continued to have possession till the pendency of the legal matter. But now, if application under IBC is approved, the company's control is taken away from the management and given to the committee of creditors. Corporates need to understand the implication of IBC in the current scenario and take preventive measures before it gets too late. In today's session, we will go through the business life cycle, factors involving the company's decline, measures we may have to continue the company's growth story, and what IBC has to offer for the revival of the company. Every corporate wants to increase its profits, remain in the golden stage, that is the growth stage. The growth stage for the corporate is ideal situation where all the processes are in line, the right human resources are in place, customers are regularly demanding services or goods. But times never remain same. A slight imbalance in any of the factor may start the decline of the company. Further, no corporate moves from the growth stage to the insolvency overnight. Management regularly needs to keep a check and balance to remain in the growth stage. Let us see what factors lead to the underperformance of any corporate. There are broadly two kinds of factors that may lead to underperformance in any of the organization. Few are internal factors and external factors. Internal factors can be termed those factors that are majorly under the control of the management and are within organization. Factors like labor or human resources. Labor or human resources are actually the backbone of every organization, be it in manufacturing or the service sector. We need to analyze the availability of the human resources with the right skill set required for the job. Overemployment or underemployment directly hits the productivity of every organization. Organizations need to keep a happy environment to reap the best outcome from the workforce. In today's world, all organizations are dependent on technology. Plant and machinery are necessary for all the manufacturing units. Upkeep of plant and machinery and keeping the technology updated are required for regular productivity. In case any organization is facing regular or frequent downtimes, will directly hit the production capacity of the organization. Similarly, We also need to maintain regularly all the technology instruments, plant and machinery, etc., to upkeep with the regular organ, uh, organizational processes. Ignorance in maintenance leads to downtime and again impact the productivity. As I already discussed, human resources are the integral part of any of the organization. Organizations need to focus on regular human resource training to avoid any kind of human error. Human errors, be it small or big, directly impact the organization's firstly goodwill and most importantly productivity. Training may curb such impacts on the organization. So we need to regularly train our human resources. Leadership is the brain of any of the organization. They lead the workforce working for the organization. Poor judgment or failure in the leadership may result in the disastrous outcomes for the organization. Leaders or the management must focus on the organization's goals and objectives and make the constant right decision to be commercially viable. Apart from the above, external factors may also lead underperformance of an organization. These external factors may not be in direct control of the organization. Factors like raw material quality, supply chain disturbances, or competitors in the market are few of such external factors that may lead to underperformance of the organization. Leadership need to take account of such factors and manage to be in the race. As we've seen, various factors which are impacting an organization's performance and leading towards underperformance. In case these factors are not checked and these are elongated, this will lead the organization to the next stage, that is a distress. Distress in the organization further enhances the decline and takes the organization further away from the growth stage. There may be other factors as well adding to the distress of an organization. For example, change in government policy, which are not favoring the organization, is one such factor. For example, government is regularly tightening the norms of automotive industry from time to time to control the pollution levels. The lockdown announcement by the government halted all the businesses. An increase in import duties or ban of import of raw materials, etc., are few such examples that we have observed in the past. Organizations have no control over natural calamities. Natural calamities like flooding, earthquake, etc., directly impact organizations' productivity. We all have gone through the pandemic phase in last 2 years, where many organizations have lost their valuable human resources. Organizations could not continue with their operations on account of lockdown. The supply chain was totally disrupted. All these led to significant distress among the various organizations. Apart from this, all the organizations are advised to resolve the legal matters. Elongated legal matters unnecessarily bring distress in the management and hamper the decision-making capabilities. Many cases are family disputes. Ownership disputes lead to distress in the organization. The leadership fails on account of such conflicts and impacts the performance of the organization significantly. All organizations they need to have proper check and balance among the team. In many cases, we have seen unethical and dishonest behavior among the team. It may be at the operation level, middle level, or the top management. This kind of behavior basically removes the focus of the organization from its goals and objectives. So we need to regularly monitor and keep a check of such kind of a behavior in the organization and try to curb these kind of natures going on in the organization or among the team members. We have seen few of the internal or external factors that lead an organization away from the growth stage to the decline stage. We all need to regularly revisit our operations and practices to keep a check and prevent ourselves from getting into crisis trap. In case any of the organization fail to do so, it will definitely lead an organization to a crisis stage. In this stage, the management tends to make a chain of bad decisions in desperation to improve. Organizations generally find themselves under the shortage of fund for operations at this particular stage. This leads to borrowing, which may be at a higher rate of interest. Such borrowings come with an additional fixed cost, making the organization fall into a debt trap. At this stage, organizations need to At this stage, organizations need the right guidance and need to chalk out a crisis management plan, either internally or with the help of some professionals. With the right approach, organizations still may get back on its track and achieve the growth stage. Now, I would like to invite Komal to enlighten us on how the organization may plan its crisis management. Komal, over to you.